Hey guys, today I'm excited to talk to you about Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. This is a spoiler-free review, so don't worry, I won't be talking spoilers. And if this is your first time here, I'd love it if you take 1 second and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. Now, let's get my review for Puss in Boots, The Last Wish. Now, the first thing I've got to start off with is, if you haven't seen any of the Shrek films, or even if you haven't seen the first Puss in Boots film, you really don't have to. I mean, yes, of course, there'll be certain things that mean more if you have, but honestly, you can go into this one completely blind, knowing nothing about the world, and you will have an absolute blast. Now, do I recommend checking them out? I mean, at least check out the first Puss in Boots if you have time before you see this movie, but I really don't think it's necessary. Yes, there's nods to it. Yes, there's things you hear, but you really don't need it. They do a good job of making this a cohesive story, so it's not like you'll be completely lost, okay? They will explain certain things that you might not know. There's one little thing at the end that you might be like, huh? If you know absolutely nothing about the Shrek universe. But it's absolutely not necessary, which is a good thing because this is something that I highly recommend heading to theaters to see. As soon as it comes out, you want to see it on the big screen because it is stunning. It is absolutely beautiful. The animation is gorgeous, okay? It gives me vibes of one of my favorite, still my most favorite animated film of all time, which is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It has that kind of look, that almost comic booky animation, but it has like a combination of several different animation styles. I don't know how to describe it except that it's absolutely beautiful. It is a feast for the eyes, the visuals. Like, I could just like sit there and stare at everything that's going on in the background and things that are going on in the forefront of the movie, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. That's my biggest pro about this movie, is just how absolutely stunning it is. But here comes the best part, guys. Not only is it beautiful, but the story itself is beautiful as well. I'm not gonna lie, there's a couple moments I had some tears. Now, I will say it's pretty easy to make me cry. If you guys have been around this channel for a while, you know that I wear my emotions on my sleeve. I wear my heart on my sleeve, and I definitely become invested in things that I'm watching, and it's not that difficult to make me cry if there's something that happens to a character, or if I become involved in a story, things that are going on. It's very easy for me to become completely immersed in the world, especially when it's something as just absolutely beautiful as Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Now, of course, the voice cast is incredible. We have Antonio Banderas returning as Puss in Boots, and he is just freaking phenomenal. Of course, he's so good, but everyone in this is so good, and it's a lot of fun. Like, this movie it's an adventure. It's action-packed. Like, it's really freaking good from beginning to end. There's a few moments, I will say, that kind of dip and dull. It feels like sometimes things went a little too long. Like a certain scene, maybe you're like, could have cut it. The movie itself could have been maybe 10 minutes shorter and still accomplished what it needed to accomplish, okay? But, you guys, it's just, the story is so good. I was about to say a spoiler, and I won't say spoilers, I promise. This is spoiler free. But Little Jack Horner, who is voiced by John Mulaney, is probably one of the standout. He's definitely one of the standout characters. He might be the best character of the movie, okay? And then Harvey, I always forget his last name. I call him Guillermo, you guys. He's Guillermo from What We Do in the Shadows. He voices this adorable little dog, and it's the cutest thing. And it's like, so between those two, they're my standout characters. I go back and forth on which one's my favorite. It's almost impossible to pick a favorite character out of those two. Now, I will say, this is a great family movie. It's got great, really, really, really important lessons, kind of about realizing what's in front of you. And, the whole premise of this is that a star has fallen, and there's several groups of people. Goldilocks and the Three Bears, by the way, are amazing. But there's several groups of people that are trying to get to this star because you can make a wish on the star. And so, of course, everyone wants the wish. They're all trying to get there. There's a map. There's fighting. So there's lots of action because there's lots of fighting to get there and to get to the star in order to make this wish. But you know, the message overall is all about, you know, learning what you should wish for, maybe what you have in your life already, that sort of thing. It's a really, really good story. Very smart writing, very brilliant writing that makes it very enjoyable, on top of the incredible voice cast. And it's funny. Like, there are several laugh out loud moments. Like I said, there are some parts that kind of drag a little. Like, you're like, okay, like this could have been sped up a little more. But overall, it's a lot of fun. If you do have younger kids, like really younger, my kids are 9 and 11 and they were fine. But there's a character who's very reminiscent of the big bad wolf, right? The guy in The Bad Guys, the wolf, right? Reminds me very much of him. I feel like they almost used that character and like changed a couple of things and stuck him in this movie. We'll see. They're both DreamWorks. It could happen. I'm just saying. But he's a little scary. He's a little terrifying at times. He's got weapons and he's like, his eyes glow red and he's got like I don't know if it's like a cloak or a thing. He's like, he's a little intense. He's a little scary. I mean, there was a couple jump scares even that I was like, ooh, okay, all right. So like, just keep that in mind for younger kids. But overall, I mean, you know your kids. It's not like terrifying, and it's not like he's always on the screen. And I think the other stuff really shines through. I mean, I think your kids will be fine probably, unless your kid gets like absolutely terrified. Just keep that in mind, okay? Maybe cover their eyes or something, but it's not that intense. But yes, he can be scary. So I just want to put that out there and let everybody know. But overall, the story is great. And the visuals are absolutely stunning. It's such a beautiful film. I cannot say that enough of how actually beautiful this movie is. I had an absolute blast with it. My biggest issue, again, is things could have been sped up a little quicker at times, and maybe it could have been about 10-15 minutes shorter, and everything would have worked out. Again, you don't need to really know the Shrek stuff. You don't really even need to know the first Puss in Boots, which is a decent movie, so like check it out, but like you don't need to know it. There's a lot of humor, it's a lot of fun, there's action, adventure, it's entertaining, it's very entertaining. I give this movie a 4 out of 5. I definitely recommend going to see it in theaters because it's just so beautiful. It really deserves to be seen on the big screen. If you guys have already seen Puss in Boots: The Last Wish by the time you got to this review, let me know what you thought about it down below in the comments. If not, let me know why you're looking forward to it. Are you excited to check it out? Be sure to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on more videos like this one. You guys can follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. I'm MamasGeeky over there, MamasGeeky, and you can also check me out at MamasGeeky.com. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Thank you so much to all my monetary supporters, my members, and my Patreons. Love you guys.